Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have Naomi Osaka versus Jelena Ostapenko for the third round matchup at the National Bank Open. So the Masters 1000 tournament that has been very exciting so far and is very stacked on the women's side. Only Aryna Sabalenka is one of the top players to miss out. We can't say the same thing for the men's, but the women's is very exciting right now. I have to say, there's some action-packed matches, and this is one of them coming up. Before you do get into it, though, remember that like button, do subscribe if you're new, and do your rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Shout out to all of our members as well. Okay, so they have played twice before. The head-to-head is 2-0 in favour of the four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka. Ostapenko, of course, has won a Grand Slam as well at the French Open at Roland Garros a few years back. And the first time that Osaka did beat Ostapenko was at Roland Garros in 2016, so a while back now, 1-6-4, 7-5. And then they did play last year in New York for the US Open, and Osaka won 6-3, 6-2. This is a match which I think is actually quite important for Osaka. She wasn't seeded in this tournament, and she beat a Canadian in the first round, Ariana Arsenault, in straight sets, fine. And then Samsonova, who had a very, very good Wimbledon, was the next match for Osaka, and she was 6-4, 5-4 down in the second set, 40-15 down, managed to save match points to then take that set 8-6 in a tiebreaker and then take the final set 6-3. So she came back from the brink to win. And I've been waiting for a match like this for Osaka where she is either going to beat one of the top players like a Swiatek, a Sabalenka. She's been very close, of course, to being Swiatek last year on Garros, had match points. Or, Sabalenka, Rybakina, whoever else it might be. One of the top 5-6 players on tour. I've been waiting for that. Or waiting for a match where she comes up against a player who's maybe the tier below in a Samsonova, but she comes out of a very tricky situation, saves match points herself, for example, and then goes on to win the match. This could be a very big turning point in her comeback, in my opinion. We don't know for sure whether it will be or not, but it has the potential to be quite a big moment. She's also recently split with Patrick Mouratoglou. It seems like she will be working with Iga Swiatek's previous coach, potentially. That's the reports that are coming out. And she has been playing some pretty good tennis. We know how good she is on hard court. She's won 4 Grand Slams on hard courts. I was pretty impressed with how she applied herself on the grass, if I'm being honest. And even on clay as well in her comeback. So I think there's been a lot of positives to take from the comeback. She just hasn't got those marquee wins yet. This, I think, is a step in the right direction. And she now comes up against Ostapenko, who has only played the one match against Zarazua. She struggled in it. It was a 3-set match. Ostapenko is not playing incredible tennis by any stretch. She lost in the first round of Wimbledon to Sonae Cartel. Yes, it's a different surface, but I would say that actually clay is her best surface, hard court, and then maybe grass. And at the French, she lost in the third round to Rybakina in straight sets very comfortably. Didn't really make huge waves during the clay court season either. She's not been in fantastic form, it's fair to say, unless she's playing Iga Swiatek. My prediction and how I think the match is going to play out. So Osaka has been serving pretty well. She served 8 aces in her last match, only the 2 double faults. Jelena Ostapenko 6 aces. She's been serving pretty big this year, but 12 double faults. Only 45% of first serves actually made though from Ostapenko, which is not good enough. Osaka at 66%, which is much better, and they've got a similar percentage of first serve points won as well in their previous matches. I think the issue that Ostapenko has with Osaka is that because the surface is not going to give you like, it's extremely forgiving. It's very consistent. Osaka has confidence hitting through the ball on both wings. She is her game is just so suited to hard court. Ostapenko has the power, but I just think Osaka is able to overpower her at times, and her serve and her return, you could argue, are actually better than Ostapenko's. I think Ostapenko's second serve return is actually very, very good, but she's just a bit too hit and miss, and she can be extremely erratic, and we've seen that in the past. And I think clearly Osaka is just not a particularly good matchup for Jelena. And that's probably due to the fact that she feels that Osaka can actually out-hit her, which not many people can say about Ostapenko. They can't say that, yeah, I can out-hit Ostapenko. Like, not many women on tour would be able to say that. And on top of that, the serve return dynamic, Naomi probably dominates that as well. So I think Ostapenko would need to have a very good serving day, get that first serve percentage up, out-serve Osaka, and then I think in the rallies try and keep them short, but on her terms, which is difficult because Osaka is very aggressive from the off in the points as well. So you can expect a lot of winners. You can probably expect quite a few errors as well, but it'll be exciting tennis. So I implore you to tune in to this match. I think it will be an exciting one as long as it lasts. I'm going to go with Osaka in straight sets. I do think that Samsonova win is a very good, and I think in my opinion, I think it could be a very big moment this year for her. Let's see. Let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to win and why. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well, and we'll see you in the next video.